Well, this is a fine how'd you do, isn't it? As you start another episode of Medieval 2 Total War, you instantly find out you're being attacked by Mongols. Haha! Welcome back to Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War England campaign, episode the 55th with me, Squawker, and when we left off, well, it's pretty easy to see what's happening. We're having Mongol problems. We beat them back at Acre. We lost heroically at Damascus. And now our reinforcements that we sent are about to get caught out by two more waves of Mongols. Batu and Bayan the Wrathful have appeared, and our reinforcements have been caught out due to the fact that they are going to attempt a night attack. It's not looking like a good situation for us, unfortunately. We do have spears, we do have heavy infantry, we do have cavalry. However, it's one army against two, meaning we are pretty horrifically outnumbered. However, our past few battles have proved that the Mongols aren't as invincible as they like to think they are. So, best we could do is just dig in and have ourselves a fight. Or, better yet, we could actually just run away and withdraw, because that would actually be the easier option. Not the easier, cowardly option, but I think we need to try and get away and not lose an entire army in one go to these lot. So, let's be wise and withdraw from this battle and get this turn ended.
Sire, we should retreat. We can go no further today, sire.
Still, we now have many more Mongol problems to deal with. So there's a few things to deal with. So first things first, end of term report. We've got plenty of money. That's good. We'll be pouring a lot of funding now into our Mongol campaign. Unfortunately, Samuel Window passed away. He wasn't really that useful to me. Relations worsened. Egypt really hates me because I guess they're like, "Ooh, why are you losing to the Mongols?" When really, Egypt can't be throwing rocks in that direction given their horrific track record. Right. It's not looking good. More Mongolian armies are on their way.
Struggle if you like.
Yeah.
I will take your lands and women, regardless.
And this, let's face it, these guys get ready to attack.
Orders.
But we are just gonna sally forth once
Yes.
more, and we are gonna try and take them on with two armies against two. So I've got Captain Robin in his position, and we're gonna just send for whatever else we can from. How many spaces do I have? Got three. So I'm gonna send for two Knights Hospitalia and an additional bunch of gold armored lancers. And we're gonna.
Fighting forces, sire.
It's already looking bad, but we're gonna have to just get stuck in and just have another go at it. But like I said, all money will now just go straight into our campaign. So we're working on acquiring better armor in this area. So we're just going to keep producing spears and archer militia here. Gaza is currently building jousting lists so we can improve the quality of our cavalry. We're going to keep recruiting additional hospitalia, mailed knights, and more spears. It really, at the end of the day, spears are going to be what wins this war. We definitely have some additional troops ready now in Cairo. Since Cairo's in a better state, we're going to do that. I'm not going to send town militia across because they're not really that great, and I'm going to keep Jasper running Cairo because we need someone just to keep that town instead.
Yes, sire.
But there we go. That's already just an extra bunch of reinforcements on their way over. Cairo will continue doing some additional recruitment. I'm not going to bother retraining the town militia just yet. That's not really worth my time. We'll also start building a militia drill square so we can start recruiting Bill militia as well and just keep on boosting our recruitment options in the area. Oh, actually, can we? Oh no, because we can only get merchant cav militia. Oh wait. If we build an academy, we can start getting demi-lancers. They might be able to tangle with some of the Mongolian lighter cavalry, so they might be a good choice actually. What do we require in order to build an academy though? Let's have an academy. So we need to be a huge city level first in order just to get the initial academy, and then if we get the Royal Officer Academy, we actually just get more demi lancers, but they also become out experienced. We're on a large city level at the minute, so I'm guessing we're not quite there yet. Yeah, I'm on large town minus city, huge. Yes, I guess we have to go up to there first. So yeah, I'm not sure how much we're going to be paying out to do that, or how close we are actually to growth. How close are we to growth? And a Scooby-Doo really, which doesn't really help me a lot. Yeah, Yeah, we'll, right, we'll just have to play the guessing game out. Right, so instead, yeah, we'll work on that militia drill square. Oh, actually, let's just have a look at the building browser. What else can we build? So, we have access to a barracks, so yeah. Got the city watch, and then, oh, that's a castle equivalent, which we don't really care about. So yeah, we go to militia drill square, which gives us that build militia and all that. If we get a militia barracks, we get heavy build militia. And then, just all that other good stuff. Army barracks, yeah, that doesn't give us anything else, really. So heavy build militia is about as good as it's going to get, really. We've got siege, so we've got, yeah, ballista, catapults, and then we get the siege works, which allows us to start recruiting some trebuchets. Smithies, I mean, we can get to a point where we can get armour factories for advanced play. That's quite nice. Ports, trade, admiralty. I'm not really bothered about that. Trade, roads, farm, academia. That's really, I guess that's just for capable of upgrading all artillery and gunpowder weapons. Ooh, that's quite nice, but once more, that's probably a very high up structure. Yeah, cathedrals, inns, town halls. Yeah, that's not going to give us anything. We've just got all the guilds. Yeah. Nothing really cavalry oriented, which I guess is why England is supposed to be lacking in cavalry, because I guess we can only get like knightly cavalry. Well, nevertheless, we'll make it archers and spearsmen, and we'll start working on the militia drill square to improve our recruitment prospects in the area. And Alexandria, if you could do the same, or at least start upgrading your spears, that'd be brilliant. And then, trying to see what else we can go. We could start upgrading the city. Really, that'd be a good step in a good direction. Dongola is capable of recruiting knightly youths, so we'll start recruiting some knights and some militia. Spears, and then we'll send some stuff across as soon as we're able to. We'll see if we start working on stables, we can start working on more hub-large drill squares. We can start getting billmen, boyars for archers. I mean, we've got a lot here. We've got a lot of picking. So we're going to start with the stables because they're cheap, and I need to keep some money available for improving my European efforts. But for now, if we start working on stables, we can start replenishing and just producing more cavalry just to try and tangle with those Mongolians. Right, we'll deal with that in just a minute. Hey, why are you uncrusading? You guys better continue crusading, otherwise I'm going to get pissed off.
My enemies do not last long.
Yeah, they've uncrusaded. What the hell? Those Spanish peeps are up to some sort of heresy, aren't they? I've got my eye on them. Christopher, you're going to keep moving out. You're just going to keep moving. What's more, he's taking a long way over.
My liege.
But,
Hail, my king!
I mean, you're afraid, sir. You are going to keep moving, right?
I'm afraid not, my liege.
Any good mercs we can
Making
pick up?
camp here,
Right.
noble sire.
A couple more Crusader sergeants are going to be invaluable to our efforts. Start picking up some Crusader knights. We've also got access to a new unit, Flagellants. So these are anti-armor troops. I guess they're just a bit like pilgrims, but they're better than pilgrims. Yeah, they've got way better attack. They've got a charge bonus. Once more, the defense absolutely sucks, but they have a small shield, which, yeah, can come in useful. Yeah, add 2 Flagellants to the build as well, and then that's looking already pretty good. We need more missile power, however, so maybe we can get some Templar or religious crossbow dudes, then that'll help. If not, we'll just scrape up whatever we can as we get closer to the Middle East. Right. Looking good, looking brilliant, looking absolutely fantabadoo-stick. Right, I've got an army ready to do dare and do there. Getting Damascus back by is not going to be easy. I think for now we need to just try and whittle down the majority of Mongolian armies. If I can get rid of France quickly as well, I can send another army across ideally. It's just, yeah, we've got so many fucking issues. It's just kind of slogging me down. Bordeaux, how close are we to... I mean, Toulouse is right for the taking at this point. I mean, the garrison looks pretty weak. And we've got more than enough catapults, so... I'm going to make this our last turn away and get a unit of longbows. And... I mean, I'm sending over the Gentleman's Club, aren't I? Where are they, by the way? Oh, wait, I disbanded it because they all went off and did their own thing. Retrain that cog as well, just so I don't look at it, and also because there's pirates hovering around and they make me nervous. Get extra unit of dismounted knights. Actually, no, we're completely lacking in spears. We need more spears. Yeah, fuck the cogs. Get more spears. We need more spears, right? That's going to look good. And we'll send what we can to Toulouse, because if the garrison remains weak, apart from those feudal knights, then we might be able to get away with doing some nice things. Well, we're going to get Garrett in here now. We'll have a little look around. Right, that wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened. That's annoying. Right, we don't need to watch that again, but yeah, Spy fucked it up. Brillo. That just always makes my day. Right, Bernie. You are looking pretty healthy right now. We still need a little bit of retraining, so we're going to keep working on that. I'm going to start repairing the castle as well. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. We're getting quite low on pennies now. Captain John's on his way down to Breslau. Once he gets closer, I'll send for troops from Prague. Prague, if we can just keep working on additional troops. Just make it additional unit spears for now, and then we'll keep it going from there. John, if you want to jump back into Prague, by the way, and just garrison, and that's all fun and games. Any retraining you can do? Not really.
Orders.
I want those longbowmen sending away for retraining, though, so have them move back to Magdeburg and
march to exhaustion,
now.
sire.
Really.
Continuing later.
I think we may potentially be seeing a new Polish offensive heading our way, so we're going to have to keep an eye on these troops as they start slowly slugging their way towards us. But luckily they're not sending anything too nasty against us, so I think we have a chance against them. And where is Jack?
Hail my
king! We're going to try and deal with some rebel. Oh, God, we've got fucking rebels everywhere. Who's this guy? Helmut Blackenberg. Well, he's going to go down first because he's already getting my way. Magdeburg, can you just work on an additional unit longbows, please? And then, yeah, that's all our fun's gone. Right. Got some battles to do now, haven't we? Yes, we do. Money battles. We have a big battle against the Mongolians, but let's take a little breather from the Mongolians first and do something else. Oh, fuck, I forgot to spend money on England again. Right, well, leave that for another turn. Yeah, well, actually, first was it you. Get into Breslau, please, and don't screw it up.
Investigating with discretion, my lord.
Good old walking bush tactics still works. This town is currently being garrisoned by Pakoslav Buzkak and has a unit of Merc crossbowmen looking after it. Yeah, looks like we're going to pretty much just roll in and take that town at this rate, so that's fun and games. Right. Coolio. Right, let's do something else. Well, not deal with Mongols just yet, no, we're going to deal with some rebels, so I don't really know what...
Won't hurt me, Dummkopf.
What does he say?
Mein Kaiser has ordered your demise.
Don't even have a Kaiser. As far as I'm concerned, your faction is still completely fucked. So, actually, oh wow, is Vienna genuinely that weak? Right, Nuremberg, send a party of troops down.
My lord.
I've only had a catapult. I don't know. I want to take Vienna, but if I just send a small party of troops, Poland's going to run and nick it, or the Imperials will just get it right back. I think they're trying to tempt me. I'm going to resist temptation for now. I know how that could end up, and it could end up quite badly. Aarhus, by the way, I think you've recruited too many troops. So we're going to just disband one of your little militias, and then you've got enough stuff to keep you going. Guys, we can probably just put your taxes up a little bit. I know it's going to make you a little bit sulky, but yeah. That just makes us a bit more cash in the bag. Right. Let's do some battles at long last. Right.
Hail
Giles,
my king!
get your ass over here and deal with Helmut Blankenberg, because, yeah, he's really annoying.
As you will, my king. To battle.
Well, he isn't really annoying. Well, actually he is, because I'm getting sick of all these rebels just randomly cropping up like happy little radishes that happily annoy me. Oh, please don't run away. You're going down. It has to be a bloody bridge battle.
By your will, sire, we shall engage.
Okay, let's get rid of this little rebel captain who thinks he's amazing. So it looks like it's just going to be basically what we're going to be fighting very soon. He's got spear militia, a unit of armoured sergeants, these halberd dudes who I'm going to very happily absolutely shred up, and Ben Town militia. Right, let's just get on with this and let's see why we'll do it at night just to make life harder for this fool. Let's see how strong these halberds are. If they're going to be something better, just going to be absolutely loads of fun for me just to absolutely shred.
Muster your courage, men! We march into battle!
And yes, that was something that a famous priest said about the Crusades.
The love of God is 1,000 times stronger than any mortal armor. His wrath against our foes is 1,000 times better than 1,000 arrows. Our faith gives us his aid, and more. It will give us victory. Now, rise, St. George, and look for that victory. These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest Englishmen. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters. And now, any man here who is not praying for our victory had better make his peace with God, for he'll find none with me or in England later. Now, I place my fate in the hands of the Lord. Bring me my broadsword, and let me kiss the cross, lest I die. To battle!
Right, lads, let's get going.
Units, await my
What's about a bridge battle? So we're going to pretty much, well, actually the enemy has no archery power, so I guess our only advantage is they could basically try and phalanx up some of their spears, well, their halberds, and that might make life hard for me, but I have 2 units of peasant archers equipped with fire arrows, so my argument is literally right there. Right, let's just get on with this battle. Let's just make this nice and quick. Just a quick warm-up before the main event. So they are all over there, and they are just kind of just chilling out for the minute. But coming a little closer, so we might in fact come into range of my archers. I would like... Oh yeah, he's got feudal knights there leading. Actually, he's got a lot of feudal knights. Fuck, he's got too many feudal knights. Damn! Did I like not read the description again? But because I was pretty sure I did not see... It's just 1 unit of feudal knights, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine, because that'll just be the generate for that was close. Yeah, that's a lot of feudal knights we're going to tangle with. The billman will have to deal with that one. Right. Archers, looks like you're not going to be able to hit anything from where you are. But if we could start just chipping away at their units, then that would be brilliant. Looks like the halberds are keeping themselves to themselves for the minute, so that's fine. But they might be hard to take down. They're an anti-army unit, and I'm basically chucking my tin can knights at them. So yeah, first few lads are going to start crossing the bridge, or we're going to just walk across the bridge a little bit. Pop a few arrows at them. Don't think they're going to react against us. Hopefully they don't. But we're just going to do what we can against us. So let's just get our first few lads up and moving. You lot, come on, up and at them. We could maybe target the feudal knights, in fact. They're definitely the key unit who we need wearing down. The infantry we can bring down. By the way, you don't need to be that close. You are... I mean, come on. You can hit them from there.
Attack!
There we go. Alright, that's a good little volley there, just going right across the river, and they're already starting to burn down a couple of their units. That's the outcome I wanted, and there's a halberd just kind of camping out back there. Right, we'll worry about them till later. Alright, you lads are also going to try and deal with the feudal knights, so you're in range now, so hold your position and just start loosening off your shots. I know we're just making a clump, which is very tempting for enemy cavalry, but look, it's going to work, don't worry about it. Just for now, start firing off some of you are pretending as well, but yeah, just start firing off the shots. Let's see what we can burn down initially, because right now we are slowly whittling away some of that cavalry, which is once more pretty damn impressive for, you know, very damn impressive actually for just for peasant archers to start bringing down a few feudal knights. And he's at, you know, these volleys are also having a bit of fallout. We are just slowly bringing, I mean, the halberd militia, they're already starting to look a little bit green at the gills. Spear militia haven't really taken too much of a hit. Armoured sergeants, they're losing a couple of troops as well. But the feudal knights, they are starting to really, yeah, I mean, look at that. We've dropped nearly 20, I think we've actually dropped over 20 of them now. Peasant archers keep up, because I'm also seeing that you are probably earning a fair bit of experience from this little exercise, which is always very, very welcome in these little battles, because that's why I like to fight these, because I can just quickly grind up the experience of a couple of my lads. For now, the peasant archers, they're getting all the experience they bloody need just by burning these losers down. I mean, look at that, feudal knight's already down to 50. Come on, can we make it 50? Oh yes, we can. Right, that's about 30 of them gone. So we didn't manage to wipe out the captain, but he's kind of just camping far away, so he gets his little getaway for now. But look at that, we're nearly half mangled that entire unit. Peasant archers, you guys can just be absolutely brilliant sometimes. I'm just going to save that now, but I'm just going to let this little bit wind out, and then we will see you for the crossing of the bridge. So I initially direct your attention to the field of fucking barbecue bodies that just 2 units of peasant archers have just absolutely smashed out for me, and well, how about I put this, the enemy are badly blooded. They've almost lost half their men, because, yeah, they've just been absolutely fucked by my archers. The armoured sergeants, they fared quite well. Town militia, yeah, they kind of just stood out of range for the entire duration of this. Spear militia, not doing well at all. Halberds, pretty much, well, they're no longer a threat really. They're going to get screwed. Feudal knights, yeah, we've whittled them down to just about nothing. Literally, that was the vast majority of their unit gone. So we're going to start getting our knights across, and then really we're just going to let them finish the job. Really, it's just literally they can probably just walk over and just beat them up from that. I've just pulled my archers out as well, but feudal knights are going to start making their way across the bridge. Enemies are going to start trying to reposition. We're going to send in the general's bodyguard as well. Once we've got them, he can try and tangle against the enemy feudal knights. But if I'm honest, we've got this one. There should be no excuse for failure now, because the missile barrage has just been thoroughly devastating against our enemies. So all we need to do now is just cross the river. My god, who designs these roads? And then really just finish the job. That's all we need to do. It's not a good day for these rebels. It really isn't. Hopefully it's a worse day for the Mongols in a few minutes, because I'm not looking forward to that battle, if I'm honest. I'm quite fierce about it. Right, anyway, they've cleverly put the halberds as a front line to try and defend against us. So, heavy infantry, what I recommend is we try and seep around the sides and just try and avoid taking on the halberds at all costs. Or then again, we could actually just go in and mangle their spear militia. I think they'll try and spear wall us with their halberds. And by the way, this is what halberd militias look like up close, but just like billmen who are actually trained to do something proper. I say that, but they're wearing proper twatty costumes, so they actually don't look very good. Right,
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
I'm going to try and promote them to spread out, but I don't think it's really going to happen. It's just kind of a bit of a slosh right now. But either way, it's going to be one that's not going to last very long, because the enemy morale is already really sinking, and yeah, they're just running away really. Alright, General, if you want to start making your way over, I have a general that you need to kill, or he's the so-called general. Sounds like he's just a ragtag Germanic
The enemy are badly bloodied.
Thinks
They
he's
have lost half
better
their
than
men.
he really is. As in, he has any shred of self-esteem whatsoever, because I wouldn't award this man anything. Alright, knights, General, if you want to make your way over a little quicker, because we're about to start kicking off with that enemy cavalry, so if we can get you over there, that'd be brilliant. But heavy infantry, you need to try and make some clearance, so I recommend we try and spread ourselves out, make an opening, because here comes the general. There we go. Look at that, lads. You did a brilliant job of that, actually. You've just made me a lovely opening. Alright, General, if you could just get in there and beat that man the fuck up, we'll have this one. But the town militia are going to try and interfere with my plans like they always do, but yeah, he's already losing morale. Right. Heavy infantry, if we can start just moving towards the town militia, please, and just get rid of them.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
Good. Hopefully he'll never go anywhere else. Or base cur really is probably the best description
Behold
for
how
him.
our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Get a few more kills in, lads. You could use the experience. Let's just let them just hoard up whatever experience they can get. So yeah, we'll just chase them all down, see what we can grab. I mean, there aren't really too many of them left for me to kill, really. Right, General. Alright, bit of escape. Right, General. Let's get a couple of these lads. There we go. Oh, this is come on, try. Right, you lot, out of the way. Let the General do the talking.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
Good job, lads. Nice, simple, and a little bit more XP earned, which always counts for a lot. And we lost only 26 men. Can't really put it any better than that, or at least I say we earned experience. The only person who actually got experience was the bloody General. That's annoying, given how many kills my peasant archers brought home today. Especially when they were killing units that were of a much higher caliber, but... well, I guess the game has spoken. I will vocally disagree with what was spake.
An honourable, glorious victory!
Yeah, good job, right.
My
Giles,
king.
you need to head back to Magdeburg, but you'll have more rebels to deal with.
We
Right.
shall continue tomorrow, my liege.
Not a lot left to do on this turn, which happens to be the 100th, by the way, but I have sneaking suspicions that Prince Pedro's up to something that's going to be really, really annoying, but we'll worry about that later. For now, we have the big worry, the massive worry, the mega worry, and that is Acre's under siege again. The garrison has barely recovered, but the Mongols are incredibly relentless. They just won't stop coming. So, yeah, Captain Robin, this time we're going to have to fight. We're going to concentrate our attack on Bayan the Wrathful, because he's the one who needs to go down. We need to save Acre, and we need to save it now.
As you wish, sire.
I can't do anything else. He'll attack this turn, so we need to make this a move now. And so yeah, Captain Robin will be leading. Humphrey Chapman will be reinforcing. He will be under AI control. And this time we're going to stay and fight. However, strength ratio is 4-7 in the Mongols' favour, which means we are still quite outmatched. So this is the army of Bayan. He's brought 3 Mongol infantry, 3 of these foot archers. At least those guys go down easy, at least. 2 units of heavy archer cavalry, 2 units of heavy lancers, 2 units of light lancers, and plenty of those annoying light archers. These guys are the pains in the ass because they're faster than me. Our hospitaliers are going to really have their work cut out for them, trying to intercept them, but we'll do what we can against them. I mean, we really need light cavalry, but we don't have that, and to be honest, we're not getting that, so we have to make do with whatever we have. Batu, on the other hand, his army is a little bit different. He's brought 5 Mongolian infantry, 4 foot archers, plenty of heavy archers, and plenty of heavy lancers. His army is going to be pretty hard to kill, but hopefully he gets delayed in his arrival to battle since he is a reinforcement, and hopefully Humphrey turns up on time. Either way, spears are going to have their work cut out for them. Heavy infantry need to try and engage those Mongolian infantry, and really, honestly, I can't really say what my strategy is because I barely thought of it, but honestly, I might try and do what we did at Acre, try and lure the Mongolians into negative positions by using lures, but I am limited in what I can do, and if my reinforcements are delayed, then we are in a really painful position.
Give them no quarter this day, men. Take up arms and take...
Because of seriousness of this battle, I'll even let the captain make a little speech if he's been programmed to do so.
So, we come to this. A battle. A battle, good Englishmen, is your chance to better yourselves, to gain glory and position. There are risks, but it is my part to lead you so that such risks are small. This I promise, and more. If we all fight, then all will be ours. Loot, women, drink, honor, glory. Not a bad list, all told. I do not think honest English men-at-arms should feel anything other than pity when they see our Mongol foes. Pity for the horses having to support such arses. I see the foe dare not fight us man to man. but must rely on a woman's stratagem of throwing things at us. And now, say your last prayers. Put your trust in your fellows and in good steel too. Then let us march to whatever God wills.
Come, my English lions. Let us put down the demon Mongols.
Units, await my orders.
Right. It's crunch time. We have a lot of Mongols, and reinforcements are predicted to come from near these mountains, so preferably want to keep him away for as long as possible. So we're going to deploy towards this angle, towards this road. Spears need to be the front line. We need a strong spear line. Now, we have both armoured and weak spears. Armoured spears will make the central core of our foundation, and the weaker spears will make the flank guardians of this formation, because they'll be a little bit more maneuverable or something like that. Either way, I have limited resources, so I'm having to spread them out as well as I can. But let's face it, the Mongolians love to flank, so we need to be ready for those. And to be honest, you know what, actually, don't do it like that. Let's loosen these formations up. I know they're not bringing their rocket artillery, but loose formations do bog down their cavalry charges to a point where they're not going to bowl over as many men as they can, especially if they try to go with their wedge formations, which are really designed just to try and fluster a tightly packed formation of units. So if we try and counter this now, we might save ourselves quite a few lives in the long run. So we'll get ourselves deployed nice and loose, and also because of all the archer fire, we need to try and deploy loose, because then it might hopefully minimise some of the casualties. Archer militia will be near the front, and they will do what they did last time. They'll just be trying to just pop off as many shots as they can. I'll allow them to use fire arrows just to try and spook off a couple of Mongols. Longbowmen, you will be a little further back. I'm going to have you plant a couple of stakes. It's not that we're not really taking a defensive position anyway, but these stakes, you never know, if a Mongolian happens to trip over them, then, well, less power to him at least. Right. You lot also deploy quite loose. Heavy infantry, you're going to be a little further back. But once we start luring away the enemy cavalry, we're going to try and get you forward, and we're going to try and get you to just start beating on the enemy heavy infantry. And we'll split our Knights Hospitalia into two groups. We'll have Group A here, led by the captain. Actually, you know what? Group A will have more Hospitalia. Oh, we've only got 4 Hospitalias up there. So Group A is here. Once more, we'll deploy them loose just so we can try and, well, one, try and lower casualties from enemy cavalry archers, and 2, it might make it easier to catch those cavalry archers if we spread a little loose, because then we can try and just nab one and then just sort of like home in on the rest, which is a bit of an odd strategy, but it might just work. But Knights Hospitalia, I know they're just really my big tough cavalry who are really designed just to bowl over and shock infantry, but today they're going to have to play the role of cavalry catchers, because, well, there's a lot of skirmishing cavalry that the Mongolians have, and my ability to stand up to it is quite limited. Either way, we've deployed loose, we've got our spears on the front. All I can really say is to my men, I wish you the absolute best of luck in this battle. For many of you, this is probably going to be the last battle you'll ever fight. So, put your brave faces on, men. We go to war on the Mongolian horde to save Acre once more, and to prevent the Mongolians gaining another foothold against us and getting closer to that prized city of Jerusalem. Right. As far as I can tell, we have no reinforcements turning up into the battle so far. Looks like both were delayed. Right. That's fine. Those two armies can duke it out on their own. We've got Mongolians just rapidly approaching our line now. Archers, how are we looking? In fact, we may allow them the first move this time around. We can work out what they're up to quickly then, that's fine. We've already got Mongolian horse archers on the way. Right. Start trying to pepper off a couple of their horse archers. But don't do too well against our own archers, and you know what? No. Hold it. They were teasing us. Alright, got a better idea. Swing this flank around and get ready to try and face them off. We're gonna shut the door on these particular Mongolians. Right. What's going on over here? We have got plenty of horse archers once more just trying to cause a bit of trouble for us. Right. Longbows, they're your problem. Right. Hospitalians, let's start moving in. The quicker we wipe out this army, the better chance of survival we have. If we can try and start taking them out now, spears, I want you to try and bring yourselves in before they try and run away. If we're quick, we can catch them before. Yeah, look at that. We're going to try and run away, but I think we might catch at least one unit. No, they're broken away. They're broken away. Right, spears, don't commit to the charge. Wait. That unit didn't break away, right? If it doesn't break away, we'll commit to the charge. If it breaks away, we'll just pull that charge out now, put a stop to it. But while they're distracted as well, get the Knights Hospitalia helping us out. Right, a couple of units are starting to break against the Mongolians. They're already bringing in their lancers. They're going to really try and sock it to the centre of our line. And it's actually working, right? Heavy infantry, start moving up. We're already starting to lose our line up here, there and everywhere.
We must act and halt this turn of events.
I know we must, and I'm going to do everything I can to do that, but... Right, Knights Hospitalia, get in there and just bring down their lancers.
Defeat seems almost certain.
They're not making life easy for us right now. We're losing a lot of men, right? Archers, try and lob off a few more shots, right? Spear militia here, pile on those heavy lancers and just do everything you can to bring down. And they've barely got the arm to stand up to them. Alright, and I'm losing too many Hospitalias there. Right, look, they're teasing you. They're just trying to make fun of you at this point. Get back to the main line and try and help us out over there. We need you on that main line right now. Alright, Captain's unit, you're doing quite well. Try and pull into some of those horse archers while the rest of my lads try and polish off their lancers, but it's already looked like a mass rout for me. This is not going to be the outcome I wanted. The defeat already looks certain and we barely even got into this battle. Still, perhaps the field is something we need to learn.
Lord, only half our force remains.
That's fucking tragic if that's the case. And reinforcements. Right, Humphrey's here. I'm not controlling Humphrey, but hopefully Humphrey can help us at least. But his forces are already quite depleted, but that's fine. Anything is better than nothing. Humphrey, get your ass up there and do something useful for me. Otherwise, just don't bother turning up at all. Right, what have I got here? I've got archers and I've got spears. Right, spears. Try and bring down some of those archers. I think they're on their way to try and interfere my reinforcements. Let's try and keep them up. Feudals, they're behind you. Longbows, just shoot anything really. And we can't retreat from this battle. We have to make a stand here. Because, let's face it,
this is no way for a true son of God to behave. Our general runs before the enemy, leaving his troops behind.
I won't really be calling him a son of God, really. I'd just call him a general. Right, lads. We need to regroup. Anyone who has not retreated, can you get your asses over here and just regroup, please? That's all I ask. We need to make a new plan. Right, some of you Hospitalias, but there's a couple of isolated Mongolian infantry there. Let's try and play around with what we can while Humphrey just tries to clean up some of the mess that we have basically. But yeah, I'm already not really optimistic about his ability to win. He's a good man, Humphrey, and his army's a bloody brilliant one, but it's just way too depleted after its last battle with the Mongols. Right, you help those spearmen. They're not going to last forever against those lancers. They barely last at all, if I'm honest. Our morale's already just gone. It's already just caved. Seems like these Mongolians are doing something just to scare my men off. Usually we don't have this much annoyance, but this time around, seems that it's on my way. I mean, look at that charge is starting to cascade around once more. And they're barely going to take any damage as well, those heavy lancers. Yeah, barely going to take any cat damage, but we'll do what we can against them, we'll do what we can.
Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now we must send his men running back to the desert.
He's a Mongolian technically, but that's good. I don't know if that was actually us who did that one. If it was, then fucking yes. Because then, at least that's one of those Mongolian dreadlords out of the way. Maybe that'll just give my men a little bit of extra encouragement. Men, we can only play a second fiddle now in this battle. Humphrey's got this one, or at least it's on Humphrey to win. No more reinforcements turned up either way. I don't know. Enemy reinforcements are still delayed. Let's just hope that they don't turn up then. If they do, our situation's going to get a lot worse. Right, Archer Militia, try and pull back to the main line. We're gonna try and regroup to the best of our ability. All units, General regroup order, please. Get your asses back to the main line. We need to rethink our strategy. You keep playing with those Mongolian infantry, though.
Our ally lies dead, slain by the enemy. We must help his men avenge him.
Damn. That was a turn of events I did not need. Death of Humphrey is not going to bode well for their army.
Changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Yeah. That's going wrong. That's not going right. Humphrey's army's on the run. He's not gonna stay in this battle for much longer, and that is not good for me. But not really a lot I can do about that. There goes the bodyguard as well. What's after him? I guess it was me who did that then. Right, well done for me. No, that's really much to pat myself on the back about, but I still will anyway. Right, what have we got here? We've got plenty of spears. That's what we've got. Right, spearmen, make a new line and prepare to defend yourselves. Let's tighten it up as well. I think we're going to have to try a tight formation. Just make a nice little bristling walls.
More men.
Fucking hell.
To make up in numbers,
and they're right behind us as well. Right, you lot. Look, it's already a loss. Get ready to just hold and just bring down whatever they're left. You get there and stop those heavy archers from getting in my way. We'll take on this other army. We can bring down their general then, you know what?
Almost certain.
I will be a happy man. We are going to target that general wherever he may be. Where he is, I do not know. Actually, no, that's not him. I bet he's gone somewhere really far away. Right. Close to the edge of the battlefield, we might be able to escape. Right, men, try and get your asses out of there before it all goes even worse. But I can't guarantee a safe. I can't guarantee safe passage out of this battle.
Our allies have fled the field like cowards. We must look to our own men now. This defeat is a bitter drop to swallow. Next time it'll be our foe that sups from this most foul cup.
Hopefully it is. We've been overrun on this battlefield. We need to regroup again. Well, in all honesty, we could have had a worse result. We could have had a defeat back where we lost even more men and Bayan lived. But having Bayan and Rathful die in the field of battle could be a big advantage to us. But something about those Mongolian lords really drives my men nuts. I think it's something to do with their dread. But if there's one less on that field, that's one less leader the Mongolians can look up to. And that might make their army crack next time when we fight them. Batu barely got a look in on this battle. Still, Humphrey tried, but I think he wasn't particularly organised in his approach, which has resulted in his army just getting absolutely smashed in the field, while bringing in very few kills. Luckily, we did our part. We brought down 516 of Bayan's army, so we've taken down a third, roughly. So, I can accept that as a acceptable result. Well, it's not really acceptable because we lost, but that still demonstrates to me our men really did make the effort, and honestly, let's face it, I was pretty limited, but what was I going to do? Just stand by and let that siege of Acre take place? I know we pretty much skunked the army out of Acre last time, but I just didn't think it was going to happen again, so decisive action had to be taken. But yeah, Knights Hospitalia were the MVP with 103 kills, but we need to regroup and we need to get ready. Acre won't last much longer. We need to make Jerusalem our next stronghold. In fact, it looks like they may have just taken Acre this turn. That makes life even worse for us.
We'll make camp here, sire.
Right. Looks like we won't technically take Acre this turn, but with no garrison whatsoever, the town is completely screwed at this point. We'll get our admiral to sail our reinforcements home as soon as possible. Humphrey Chapman's death means the Chapman line is just nearly dead, and yeah, the Mongols just went for a straight execution this time. To be honest, I suppose I couldn't pay the ransom. Right.
My lord.
Get as many units as you can into Jerusalem now. We need to get as many troops up there as we can. We're going to send everything. Even if it's town militia, it's getting sent. Like, end off. Right, you. Take all your militias. I mean, like, just take everything. Like, we don't have time for. I mean, look, I'm sorry, Alexander, you're gonna sulk, but I need those troops, and right. Burn, I'm sorry once more, but, oh wait, did we do that repair? No, we didn't, right. I'm sorry, but that's being cancelled once again. Alexandria needs to recruit more troops. Alexandria, start recruiting additional spears, please, and then, it's just really not going my way here anymore. We need to get an army down south. We need to make a move on Toulouse, which we're going to do next turn. Got a crusading army on the way. Come on, this Burns army could probably just join a crusade as well. I don't think I don't think Burns going to be attacked in the near future. Orders. So you know what? You lot are joining a crusade. Leave behind one unit of knights.
My lord.
If that'll just keep the town sweet for now. Yeah, it will. Right. Congratulations, you're now a crusading army.
Orders.
I hope you enjoy this little thing, but I need more troops getting down there. And you know what? I don't know what'd be quicker, just walking or sailing. I'm gonna but then again, I don't know. Egyptian piracy isn't really as bad as it used to be, right? Get your asses down to. We need to be in friendlier territory. Head for Sicilian lands in Croatia.
Hail my king.
We're gonna take a boat across because it's gonna be quicker than walking. If we walk, we've got to go all the way through this Turk territory, and to be honest, we might risk pissing off a Turk.
We shall continue tomorrow, my
That's
liege.
fine. And Arthur of Bristol is now more chivalrous, by the way. Right, we have another crusading army on the way. We have more reinforcements coming effectively. That might help us out. Burn. You might just need to make up for lost ground in terms of your recruitment. So what I'm going to do is I'll have you just recruit a unit of peasant archers. I know it's not a lot, but it's all I can fucking afford. Right. Quick drink just to recover my sore throat. It's not been a good day for us in terms of battles. And Acre is all but lost, but let us look now and remember that we are now 100 turns into this campaign. Where do we stand? So, London remains the glorious capital of our kingdom. Arthur now reigns as king, keep the jokes to yourself, and Giles the Honourable has now taken the title of greatest general. We hold on to 34 out of 45 regions, which brings us very close to victory. And we have 21 generals at our command. 19 of our regions happen to be cities, 15 of them are castles. 138 battles have been won, whereas 19 have been lost. The year is now 1278 and the turn is 100. So we're already looking pretty damn strong in terms of our stats. Pope, he loves me because, well, he's one of me. He's English. About high time we had an English Pope sit on that, and I still pretty much have control of the Cardinals College, so the deck is definitely in my favour now. The only faction he loves just as much as me is Venice, but that's because they're my allies, and he likes Hungary. He pretty much hates anyone who I don't get on with, and he's even denounced Spain now. I guess it's because those guys fucking abandoned a crusade or something. So, yeah. And he doesn't like Poland as well, which makes me really, really good. And also we have a crusade ongoing. The family tree is huge still. We haven't really had a lot of faction leaders. It's actually only our 4th faction leader we've had. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, we're still we're a few generations in. We are 1, 2, 3, 4. Any offers on 4? Yeah, we're on our 4th generation of people. With Robin and Simon Baker being the, well, Robin Payne and Simon Baker, they're being the youngest. Where are those little scallywags by the way? Robin is currently governing London, and Simon is currently governing Paris. Good jobs for them, good jobs for them. So yeah, we've got a lot going on in our family tree, and what else goes on? Well, here's the faction rankings. I'm like a fucking banana here. All factions, yeah, they're all doing well. In terms of living factions, yeah. Who are the top 5? I still sit in first. The Mongolians now sit in second, and they're catching up to me, annoyingly. The Spanish sit in third. The Sicilians in 4th. And I don't know who the black guys are. What other factions are there? Oh no, that's the Sicilians there, so... Poland sits in 4th, and the Sicilians sit in 5th. How interesting for them. Still, that makes me top banana still. Diplomacy, my ally remains as Venice. We are at war now with France, the Holy Roman Empire, and Poland. and the Mongolians, and that's really about where it stands. The French still have a HRE as their allies in Spain, but Spain really isn't very interested in my war. The Imperials just try and make allies with everyone, but no one bothers helping them because everyone hates them anyway. And the Polish, they continue just being the big dog biscuit of the East, with Russia and Hungary acting as their vassals and conspirators and just generally dissing me. Lists, here are some lists. Because it's 100 turns, we may as well just do a quick audit on who everyone is. So this is pretty much all this episode is going to be, by the way. So if you want to call it a day here, then thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next episode, where we'll be making our next moves against the Mongols and just trying to really recover our position because it's looking desperate. We're also going to try and get a plan going against Toulouse and Breslau, just so we can consolidate our position in Europe and just then we could just put all our focus on dealing with the Mongols. They're going to be our final boss, really, and to be honest, it might be the situation where if we win the campaign, that's good, but I think now I've been a little bit wounded by those Mongols, so I might not consider it a total victory until those Mongolians are gone for good. But for now, let's see where we stand. So, Roger Webb, where are you up to? You are currently in Dijon. You got quite a couple of troops hanging out around there, because we just took the city. We've actually probably got enough to start heading, making our way down to pay a visit to Toulouse. So apparently it's not possible to recruit anything at the present. I find that a bit weird.
Mon Dieu, I am discovered.
Yeah, you are discovered. I don't really care who you are. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, well, you know what? We could probably start making a move on sorry, not Toulouse, on Marseille from here. Depends on how strong the French presence is, but yeah, we've got a lot of good units kicking around there. So Christoffel still stands as a threat to, but
king.
Yeah.
Sire.
Take some troops. Anything that's weak, leave behind, basically. But we're going to need those spears. Take those troops. We may pick up a couple of mercenaries if I see fit. But you know what?
By
Get a
your
shift
will,
on.
sire, we shall engage.
We're gonna take Marseille, because you know what? We could probably just run out of border and just quickly smash that city. But no, my luck. Marseille's gonna have a strong garrison. But you know what?
Sire.
You lot can probably still kick in a few French heads, so we're going to do that. See, it's a good thing just to do these little audits. Right, who else do we have?
Hail,
John
my king.
currently governs Prague. He's just got back there. Captain Giles, he's just transported a couple of troops.
Yes.
King Arthur, yeah, I need to deal with those rebels, but let's face it, they're just dropping down the priority list because we've got more important things to be worrying about, really, than just a fucking couple of rabble of fucking bandits.
Hail,
Giles the
my king.
Honourable, he's headed for Magdeburg. He's going to just take out a couple more rebels for me.
Ships
Admiral
ready.
Nicholas, I want you just to sit there for a little bit.
Set sail.
I want my eye on those Russians. They're up to something. Simon,
My lord.
he's governing Paris at the minute.
Your will, sire.
Lofwine is looking after Oslo. Admiral Simon,
Fleet
he's
ready,
going to be
sire.
transporting troops back to Jerusalem after the route to Acre.
Hail, my king.
Arthur of Bristol, he's now crusading on our behalf. Robin
Orders.
governs London, but then again Ambrose is doing that. I don't know which one's actually... Well, Ambrose is governing, right.
Your will, sire.
Robin, we're going to find you a new job. Head up to York and meet up with the king. We'll find
Continuing
you
tomorrow,
something to do.
sire. Ships ready.
So, where were we? Robin.
Orders.
Leonard Lewes, he looks after Caernarvon for us.
Hail, my
Toby looks
king.
after Nottingham for us.
An order.
Prince Arispill is currently based in Ram. Can't wait till he's king.
Hail, my
Thomas
king.
is guarding Ivernus. Barnaby
my
looks
king.
after Cayenne. Ambrose looks after London.
Hail, my
Joffrey
king.
is still victorious at Stockholm and now governs the town on my behalf.
Hail, my king.
As does Alfred Heaven, the Holy Heaven. He looks after Edinburgh.
Hail,
And
my
Josias
king.
Kerfos looks after Dublin. We've got a lot of cool families in here. The Kerfos and the Bakers are probably some of the most prominent. Christopher of
Hail,
Durham,
my king.
he's now headed for he's headed through Vienna. He's on his way to do a crusade.
Hail,
The
my
Chapmans
king.
of Egypt. Jasper is actually the last remaining Chapman now, with the other two being slain by Mongols. He's trying to just continue holding the fort in Cairo, and I would send him to garrison Alexandria, but then that's just going to make issues in Cairo.
Sire.
Captain Arthur, he's headed for Angiers, and now he doesn't exist anymore because he's in Angiers, and we'll deal with him next turn. So where's that leave me? Captain George, he's headed toward Jerusalem.
Hail
Edward
my
the Handsome is now looking after Aarhus. Francis
Hail my
Brown
king.
is looking after Rams for us, but we can find something else to do. He could go to Metz, in fact, look after that for a little bit. And then Francis
Hail
looks
my
after Metz
king.
now. And Captain John is on his way to make a move on Breslau. So yeah, everyone's doing well. All our settlements, yeah, they're looking good. Rennes could use a governor, but I don't have anyone spare at the minute. Paris, why are you stagnating? Let's have a little look. Probably could use upgrading the farmage, but I don't have the money to do that right now. Good. Alexandria, we know why you're sulking. Cairo, we know why you're sulking. Angiers, I'm guessing you're due. Probably due another upgrade on your... Yeah, they need an upgrade on the old farming front. Once more, good. Hamburg is shrinking. Once more, needs an upgrade on the farming front. Aarhus, you're a little unhappy about us because I recently cropped the taxes up just to support ourselves. We could really use more money, so yeah, let's just go through this again. London, can we afford to buff up your taxes? Yeah, we can. It's going to stagnate you, but actually no. I want London to keep growing bigger. I want to get the best of the best in London. Nottingham, well, it's a castle, so it can't be taxed. Rennes, I can't adjust the tax because there's no one in it. Carnarvon is already rumming in the taxes. Dublin, let's just do yours. Can't do very high, but we could just get a high tax rating. Just so we can just try and get some more money coming in. I don't want to adjust Paris as if it's already having population issues. We can buff the taxes up in Iverness. We can definitely try and buff them up a bit more in what would you call this place? We'd call it Rams, but it still needs to grow. I'd rather try and keep some cities growing because I'd rather have big cities than small cities. Big cities can provide us with so much more fun stuff, and we may need them should everything go wrong. Bruges, can't do anything with it. Alexandria, yeah, whatever. Cairo, it's already got its taxes low. Antwerp, yeah, it's doing fine. Angers, doing fine. Stockholm, let's start bopping the taxes up now. People are starting to get assimilated into English culture. Keep it high for now. We can't really do anything else. Staufen's doing fine. Edinburgh, yeah, we can get away with high taxes. Gaza, it's a castle. Oslo is a castle. Mongols doing fine. Hamburg, we'll look into. Aarhus, yeah. I'm not going to do the taxes any further. Jerusalem, yeah, I'm sorry, Jerusalem is just not going your way. Acre, yeah, Acre's fucked. Frankfurt, yeah, let's get you on a growth build policy and that might make you a little happier. Probably won't, but I like just doing the growth build policy. Bern, yeah, Bern's trying to grow. Metz is doing fine. Magdeburg, yeah, we need to do the farming front once more. Prague, yeah, we can try and pop your tax up a little bit more. Yeah, we'll keep them on very high. I need the taxes right now. I really need that cash. The more cash I have, the more I can basically throw at upgrading the Middle East and just trying to get it into a good a shape as possible, as well as just recruiting the best Templar mercenaries or best Crusading mercenaries. Not everything's a Templar. Bordeaux, yeah, it's having some serious population shrinkage issues. It's mainly because the French never bothered fucking investing in farms. Dijon, let's get you off autopilot and get you on a growth build policy. And Stettin is doing fine. Right, there, that's all our settlement's done. We've already looked at our agents, or at least we did the other turn, and to be honest, there doesn't really anything to change. John Berchier is where he needs to be. John of Ashwell, he's screwed, and I can't get him out of there. And Charles Russell,
Need someone removed,
he's on his way to try and deal with that Christoffel guy. And yeah, that's all my spies done. Right, yeah, agents and lists, all looking good. Here's our financials report. It's not looking fantastic. Well, actually, it's looking fantastic. We're suddenly in a lot of money recently, and I think bopping up those taxes helps us even more. We're projected to make a profit of nearly 8,500 florins, which means our next treasury is actually going to be quite hefty. Well, the loss of Acre is probably going to give us a bit of a financial hit. So, not so good, but we'll have to do what we can. In terms of missions, we've still got 7 turns left to get rid of Christoffel through assassination. I'm going to give it one attempt and then I'm going to just call it off, and yeah, Crusade, we're still committed to that. We've got two lads on the way to do that now, so hopefully both those armies can just do everything they can just to help us out. And that's really actually it for the end of turn review. Right, on paper things are good, on the battlefield things are bad. well, actually I say that, on the battlefield things are good over here, where we have pretty much now done a very good job of conquering pretty much all of Western Europe. I mean, I think the end game is going to be, we'll have all of France, all of Central Europe, a bit of Italy, and we'll probably just make a few snips in the Balkans. But over here, it's getting quite bad. I probably should have prepped better for them earlier, but I didn't really, I think I underestimated their threat, and also I had Egypt to deal with, and also I haven't really done that good of a job of splitting my focuses, but yeah, so we're in emergency time. But look, we've got more armies on the way. We're gonna move in. We're gonna stop fucking around. Next turn, an army's setting off out of Bordeaux and heading for Toulouse, and this army's heading for Marseille. We're gonna get those two towns. We're just gonna focus on. We're gonna just basically hold the tide against Prague, against the HRE, or better yet, we might just try and finish the HRE because they're not doing well at all because they're at war with the Papal States, and I think the Papal States might be winning at this point. And it's always good just to help out your Pope homies. And really, we just need to start blasting troops out of these French cities into some boats, get them in the Middle East, get them fighting the Mongols, because my God, we need to hold on to Jerusalem. Otherwise, a lot of my plans are going to topple for a swift and decisive campaign victory. But that's where we actually are going to call it a day for now. So I really do hope you've enjoyed, my friends. I do apologise that today's battles were a bit of a washout and a bit of a letdown, but those Mongolians are quite tough. But you know what? We have consolation in the fact that at least now Captain Temud Hun, I don't think he'd be nearly as good as a leader as any of those other guys. Or Khan Mengali or Ken Menglai.
Silence! The time for talk has truly passed.
Yeah, but you wouldn't talk anyway when I offered you loads of money to just get out of my face. Yeah. It's not looking good for us. And now the Khan himself is coming, though. If we could kill the Khan, perhaps that would bring us an even bigger advantage. Still, we'll do what we can, and we'll just have to hold out for as long as we can. It's going to be a desperate fight, but you know what? I still have trust in my lads to do what they can. And those Mongols are so invincible. They're beatable, and we know they're beatable, and we will beat them. But for now, I must call it an evening. So I hope you've enjoyed, my friends, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Have a lovely evening.